Hello and welcome to Flippin' Through, the internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And tonight we're flipping through the brand new issue of Freaky Magazine. Yes, indeed, with Freaky contributor Kyle Bridgett. But before we do that, please remember, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. That's the #1 way to support this channel. We're at 960 something and trying to get to 1,000. The slow road to 1,000 subscribers. That's the road we travel every day here at Flippin' Through, and there's only one way to get there, and that's with your help. If you want to support me in another way, if you think that what I do here is worth anything more than a like or a subscribe, please go to patreon.com/flippinthrough. You do that, you'll get a 6 set of stickers. You might get some buttons. I got a stencil. I also got this, the limited edition lino print. I don't know if anybody gives a shit about this, but I do, and I'm really proud of this because I made it. So there's that. Anyway, these are the people that I get to thank for their support this evening. Jacqueline Gosling, Reflection of Perfection, Frank Snyder, Ed, Misimo, Tom Richmond, David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Shane Buckley, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Rob Wilson, Rod Mead Sperry, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Lil Cozy Nostril. Thank you guys so much for your support. I hope I can keep on earning it. With that, please put your hands together for none other than friend of the show, friend of yours, friend of mine, Kyle, the Little Cozy Nostril, Bridgett.
How's everybody doing?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
Oh, I've been drinking. Hey, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Do you think this little horse is racist?
Okay, hold on. I don't know. I mean, if it has like, I feel like it doesn't make me comfortable. I'll say that.
It evokes, I think, ideas of racism without actually like being race. Good. That's how I sneak in there. Sneak into your mind palace, and I'm out like a thief in the night.
Just so you know, I invited Dalton onto tonight's program,
but he wouldn't come on because of me.
He refused because he said, sounds good. And I said, great. Well, you can join Kyle and I at 8 p.m. Central. And he said, I'm sorry.
Bent.
What? Kyle? First he said, never heard of him. And then I explained who you were. And he said, he was like, no, I don't even want to look at that piece of shit in the eyes. That's what he said.
Well, I try not to make too much eye contact anyway.
He said you're a dumb idiot.
That's a half truth, I gotta say.
Anyway, let's see this horse again. Yeah, I mean that's old too, right? I have some
old
shakers like that.
It's a Napco original made in Japan. There's a little piece here, so I suspect it used to connect to like a
a cart. Yeah. All right, yeah. Well, okay. Said all my grandmothers died in a car accident. They were all in the same car. Get the story straight. All right. Well, hold on. We're all over the place. I haven't even said what's up to everybody. You're bringing on some racist horse.
We haven't just. First off, it's a mule. Let's get that straight. You're being horse racist right now. Secondly, I don't think we've determined. Look, it's not the lips; it's the gums. I think it's just unfortunate, and it may
It's
be
also the eyes.
so they might not have the same. The eye. What about the eyes? Basically, every fish has that same eye.
Well, I've long said that all fish are racist. Hey, say hi to Harvey Esquire. He's here.
Hello.
Shane's Hobbies is here. Angel Acevedo is here. Sketchy Works. Ollie Van is here. Ollie Van. Hi, I'm here. Ollie Van did bring up something pretty important, which, you're here. You're in the chat, little cozy nostril. Of course, we've said hello to Dalton Vaughn. Oh, Stick Fly is here. How about
They're
this?
all
OJ
here.
died.
Simpson?
Yeah. Oh, do you not know about him? Dude,
No, I've heard. He's like
did they not
he's
get
like a
that
really good
memo back?
football player, right?
Yeah. And a
Yeah.
great actor.
Well,
You may
he was an actor.
you may have seen him opposite Leslie Nielsen
Nordberg.
from Airplane fame. He was in what movie was he in with Leslie Nielsen?
The Zucker brothers had a good tweet. One of them anyway had a good tweet
Yeah.
about when OJ died, about how about how he got away with stuff. I also saw a good one that was like I can't remember what it was. I saw a few good tweets.
Yeah.
Yay, drunk
Well,
Canadian.
it's great.
I think there's only one drunk Canadian on here right now.
Yeah. Oh, Cam Hayden is
You
here.
just call it Canadian, actually.
Yeah. Well, holy smokes. That's 3 people. All right. So we have Cam Hayden in Freaky Magazine. We have you in Freaky Magazine. We have Dalton Vaughn in Freaky Magazine. We have Shane Buckley in Freaky Magazine.
That's what I think. This echoes my take on the horse.
What? Oh. I always forget that you have executive access. I forget that.
Well,
here,
I'm just
real
seeing
quick.
it on the screen. You put it up there.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Oh, did I? What? These are things that
Listen,
Kyle
we
and
don't
OJ
know if a
have in
racist painted this
common.
mule. Just because the mule could be racist and the person who painted it might not have been racist at all. Right? They might have just been working in a sweatshop. It was made in Japan, actually. So for all we know, they don't even know about racism.
Dalton, you put the hyphen on the wrong side. It's a racist painted mule. How about this? This is it the only? Surely it isn't the only one, but I'm going to share my screen. Boop. There we go. Mad Magazine cover with O.J. Simpson. Orenthal James Simpson is his name.
This is a Drew Friedman.
Yeah, I think that is Drew Friedman. Let's just double check. Yeah, Drew Friedman. So there you go.
I think, there's not a lot of times I'm going to side with Cracked over Mad, but I think Cracked had the better OJ cover. I mean, there's probably multiple OJ covers, but are you threatening me?
Yeah, what is it? Yeah, man.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me get mine.
What'd you say about Cracked? Uh-huh. This is my great uncle's knife. He gave this to me.
Cracked has one where
stab yourself with that right now.
Cracked has one where it's OJ Simpson, but he's got the Bart Simpson hair, and they've done a photo.
Oh,
I love that cover. I have nostalgia for that cover because it's one of my early Cracks.
Yeah. Hey, will you indulge me when I opening some mail?
I mean, do I have a choice?
No, not really.
Okay, well then.
All right, this is
I don't know
from
why you're
Shane
asking.
Buckley.
The illusion
This is
of
from
choice.
Shane. Yeah, well, okay. I mean, you could have said no, but you shouldn't because that would be impolite. This is from Shane Buckley, and if you want to know his address, just DM me. I'll give it to you. Um, you know, I mean, maybe you want to send him something, right?
Me?
That's why. Anybody, any viewer or something.
Well, mail's too expensive here.
So my great uncle, he gave me this knife, and he was in the United States Army, or I
Marine
guess
Corps,
Army
isn't
Air
it?
Corps, and then no, and then Air Force. But he uh, he played softball during World War II. He was really good at softball, so they were like, "We're gonna have you travel around and play softball against other military people." Oh, hold on, I gotta hide the return address.
Wait, so did he have to did he have to kill like any Nazis doing that, or was it just he's just playing
Yeah,
softball?
he was just playing softball so that the
Okay.
other guys could go kill some Nazis.
Ah.
Oh,
Well,
damn, what the
someone's got
heck
to
is
play
this?
softball, I guess.
Yeah. Look, there's a fat stack. God damn it. Where's my knife? Where did I just put it? Oh,
Grandfather's
holy-
rolling over in his grave. He would
No, it's my
never have been caught between like stealing third base without his trusty K-bar knife.
well. I sleep with it. I put it under my pillow just in case. All right, let's see. Oh, look, he sent me freaky magazines. I knew that. I thought he was only going to send one. All right, there's a note. And this is where the real self-indulgent stuff comes in, Kyle. Just so you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hey Patrick, do you mind if I send you some stuff? Hold on, what's this? What are you doing?
I got you beat.
No, this is not where the self-indulgent part comes in. You'll see where it comes in. Here, we'll zoom in. Pat, I'm sending. Hold on. Let's get this out of here. Pat, I'm sending this copy of number 10 around to collect as many contributor signatures as I can. Can you and your daughter please sign your page and return it to me? The other two are for you. Sorry I ruined them by signing them. Thanks, Shane.
Oh, I think he sent me an email about something like that, and I was just like, "Oh man, it's a weekend. I don't like to read emails on the weekend."
You're such a bum. But I am I don't know if
I
you
think
know
that's
this.
kind of professional of me, actually.
What, having a
I consider
work-life
that
balance?
a mark of maturity,
No. Kyle, I'm
having
I'm
a
a published
work-life
artist
balance.
now.
You're a published artist now?
Yeah, it
Jeez,
didn't
they're letting
that was the
anybody in.
self-indulgent part. There it is. That was the comic that I got published in Freaky Magazine, written by my daughter. And yeah, page 31. So that's very exciting. And we did three of them. Andrew said the first one is good. We like that one. He said second one, I don't want. And third one, he said he would buy. So we feel pretty good about
Nice.
that. So anyway, now I'm going to
Nice.
autograph this. I'm not going to autograph that on air. But yeah, there you go. I'll send that back to you, Jane Buckley. Anyway, should we get into this issue?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Oh wait, I don't use that. What the hell?
Jeez.
Does this look like shit to you?
It doesn't look good. Let me look at it on YouTube though. Hold on, let me adjust my auto settings here.
Yeah.
Since YouTube defaults to like a lower resolution now.
Yeah, maybe I need to close.
Yeah, it looks a
bunch
little
of
fuzzy.
tabs. God damn it. Well, it should be. It's only 7:20 because I won't pay
Why would
for
you
the.
start a show with a bunch of tabs open?
Dude, I don't. I always have tabs open. I always have a huge amount of tabs open.
So do I, but like I I minimize them when it comes to streaming.
Well, I am minimized. I minimize. I don't know. Just you know what? Be nice to me. Anyway, this is Freaky Magazine. Freaky Magazine you can get by going to patreon.com/ like Freaky Magazine. I think it's as simple as that. Yes, it is. The link is down in the description. It's $5. If you go to it, you can get a subscription. And there's like 3 tiers. One is just give them money. Another tier is give them like just get the magazine. And then the third tier is original artwork, which that's what I do. I'm signed up for original artwork. So every time I get like a little piece of Freaky, well, not every time. Sometimes stuff that's in Freaky and sometimes stuff that Andrew Goldfarb has just drawn.
Andrew Goldfarb's a person who's fun to correspond with through mail.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's very considerate in his mail, his letters. There's always like something in there.
Yeah.
You know.
Wait, are you pen pals?
No. No.
Oh, you just mean when you receive stuff.
Yeah, and send stuff.
Yeah. Oh man, he says it looks crappy on YouTube.
It's looking better. I mean, it's making my issue look pretty bad.
No, it looks great on my YouTube.
Though I'm seeing double 4 freakies.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into this. Well, what do you have to say about Freaky Magazine?
Me?
Yeah. I love stuff like this.
I think Freaky Magazine is the avant-garde of the humor magazine ecosystem. I think it's the linchpin that's holding all of American humor together. And I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. Printed on that newsprint, that nice, beautiful newsprint, just like Mad Magazine used to be.
It's fun. It really makes you feel like you're reading an old school humor magazine, but not mad, and not cracked.
Oh,
Like something I don't want to say sub cracked, but in terms of like not quality, but popularity. Where
yeah.
it feels like a humor magazine, but it feels like a humor magazine that you missed out on or something back in the day.
Yeah, it's
And
there's something I mean it's like what is it? It's like kind of underground, right? I mean it's not trying to be Mad Magazine. It's not trying to be some like mainstream thing. So you get weird stuff. You get obviously like high quality stuff, like classic humor things. But you also get
it's got all these
kind of,
mad and cracked artists in it as well.
yes.
So it's got that going for it. Obviously, so much of it is inspired by that, but then it has these fun kind of like occult themes.
Yeah.
It's a wacky, weird magazine,
Do you think that Andrew Goldfarb is a Satanist? Like a Luciferian or something?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what he is.
Wait,
I would
aren't you?
assume me?
I think yeah.
I mean, I'm like ostensibly a Satanist.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
kind of
know.
a
I'm more like I'm mired in the cult and I'm an atheist, but I'm not like a dogmatic atheist or anything. And
That's
I,
good.
if you catch me on the right day, I might say I'm a Thelemite. So
Selamite? Thalidomide?
yeah. No, 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 like Thelema.
What is that?
That's like Aleister
That's in
Crowley's
Greek?
religion. I'm pretty drawn to
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I think he was the closest of all the religions that I've come across.
Closest to what?
The truth, I just like I don't know what you'd say, like the epistemology of his religion. I enjoy. I don't know. The whole thing, I just feel like it makes more sense than anything else I've seen.
Dude, wasn't Aleister Crowley, wasn't that Barbara Bush's dad?
Grandfather is a conspiracy. I don't know if that's true. He's just in
Yeah, that's
everything. Like he's all over that period of history, like that sort of
yeah.
late 19th, early 20th century history. I really like him. We should do an
Oh, I
episode
love
on him
that
sometime.
we should. I love that you knew exactly what I was talking about. I've been
We
just
should do
truth.
we should do some conspiracy content because I am mired in the occult and conspiracy a little bit. So
Yeah, that'd be fun. Harvey Esquire said, "What happened to Bad Magazine?" I think I don't know if he stopped doing it. Um, he was sending me them like for free, and that's how I got them. And he was like, "I can't keep sending them to you for free," and I was like, "That's fine, dude." I'm not sure if he's still making them, to be honest. Um, but yeah, I mean, it was kind of that was cool in its own right because he was sort of talk about on the avant garde. He was like fully embracing AI stuff. Um, I don't know.
he's one of the only people doing AI that I found at all interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, here we go. All right, we gotta get into this. So this is one of those things that is kind of similar to Mad Magazine and you know that language that Mad had, which they would do the little introductions. Well, howdy, folks. Welcome to another heaping mess of freaky, not just any old mess, but mess number 10 to be exact. More than most critters got fingers. And what better way to kick this mule, into high gear than this telegram to us from our trusted source in Tennessee? Tennessee. Is this who Dalton Vaughn? Because Dalton Vaughn's the only 10 I see. Get it? That's an
It's
American.
out of 100 though.
Damn, dude. You could gag a maggot on a gut wagon. Look, he's saying, "Stop it, you." Oh, he's talking to me, not to you, though. This phrase can be used to describe a foul-smelling, putrid odor, one that compromises the well-being and mood of everyone within close proximity to the source of the stink. Hanging on like a hair in a biscuit. This is like, you know how you know Dalton is from the South is because this does capture the language of the South. Have you ever been
So are
to
these like
America?
are these actually like I don't know, whatever idioms or whatever
No.
from no, these are like they would be.
Yes, in the
Yeah.
style of them. But even, I would say, uh, equal, if not more bizarre than some actual Southern sayings. Oh, damn, dude.
I assume he meant
That's not
the out of 100 comment.
yeah. That's not the response you want when you insult somebody is for them to be like, "That actually hurt.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
That
Now
hurt my
I feel
feelings."
like the asshole. What about my feelings? Did you consider those?
Yeah, Dalton, please apologize to Kyle.
Please don't. We got a good thing going.
These are all actual sayings. Bullshit, they're
That's what I
actual sayings.
thought. That's what I thought. I thought maybe they were ones that I hadn't because on one hand they're like sayings I've heard, like squalling like a mashed cat that's like, cat in like a rocking chair
Yeah.
door or whatever. Um I've
Ha
heard
oh,
colder than a well digger's ass. I've heard that.
yeah, actually, I have heard this one now that I think about it. Happier than a pup with 2 wieners.
Would they
I
be
don't
happy
believe
if they had two penises? How I think the way you get them is like if you've
weird.
got like two, but
You
one's like
have
growing
to.
out of the top of your first one, it
No,
might
they
not
they
be as
they
good.
bisect at the base.
How do you know?
Well,
How do you
Kyle,
know what's not
remember
like
when
up here?
you remember when you showed me your 3rd nipple? Well,
Yeah. Listen, there's a
let me show you
science
my
to supernumerary
bisected
nipples.
wiener. I was looking around for my late Tennessee grandmother's favorite saying, "Makes my ass want to chop stove wood." What the fuck?
We've got
What is that?
Nova Scotia ones that are
Yeah,
they're a little more like something you'd hear on Trailer Park Boys or something.
squalling like I don't know. I don't. I think that I believe some of these are real. I don't think they all are though. I think that listen, let's just say Dalton Vaughn, there's a reason why nobody's calling you the sweetheart of the South, okay? Because we can't trust you.
Hey, did you notice that
Dalton's
this issue
going the
has
term sweetheart
marginals?
of the South. I didn't. Now they often do have what the hell? They often do have marginal like things, which is the little banners, like he has the pennants.
Freaky flags, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are by Chris Downing.
That's cute, dude.
You know, there's been a few times I've considered like pitching doing marginals to Goldfarb, but I just kind of thought like, oh well, you know, he's already doing all that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah.
you know, I never know how much to like kind of like push my way into it, you know.
You push your way in until he says
He probably is
no.
a bit of a pushover. Like I bet you you could probably convince him to do a lot of things, you know.
Well, I mean, yeah, he did publish my cartoon, but then he rejected one of my cartoons.
Dude, that's not enough rejection for you.
Yeah.
You need to experience more. Rejection's good, right? Like
Yeah.
it's good to get a healthy amount of rejection.
Well, I know
I
that's
think.
why I'm not going to submit anything anymore ever again because I
Because you got
don't want
rejected
to.
once and now you're just like, I can't take it anymore.
No,
Quit.
because I
They're all
don't
being
want
mean to
to.
me.
Yeah, I don't want to experience rejection. That's why.
Like when I was in Mad there for those like 2 or 3 glorious years,
Yeah.
every Monday morning, at least this was before they moved because they changed the schedule, but every Monday morning I submitted 3 to 4 gags, which would be promptly rejected by Friday for
Yeah.
like 2 years. And like I got like 3 or 4 in in that time. So it's like I was getting rejected a lot.
Yeah. God.
And I think
I'm
it's
too
good. I think it's
sensitive for
good.
that. No, I'm too sensitive for rejection.
The thing that hurts is not getting any response. The feeling like you're yelling into the void and like not even getting like a yes, we received this or please stop sending this.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess yeah, that would be the worst. Or like the worst
Yeah.
of the two.
Because you
Yeah.
don't even know if they're getting them, right? Like,
Yeah. So, well, you couldn't even be bothered to tell me no.
well, yeah, it shows a level of care and professionalism, but it also sometimes they give you good advice, you know, too. Like there's sometimes you get a rejection letter and people say like, you know, I'm rejecting it for this reason, but I like this, work on this, or you know, this sucks for X, Y, and Z reasons, or you
Yeah.
know, like this isn't original enough, or whatever, you know, this is
Yeah.
wrong for our publication. That's good advice, you know.
Yeah. Saves you some heartache if you can recognize like, no, this doesn't fit. I need to find I either
Well, it
need to
helps you
do something
cater your
different.
stuff to the right, like if like for example, if you were submitting to like the New Yorker or something and they said like, look, this is not the right vibes that we're looking for. This is more like
Yeah.
something from Sex to 60 or something.
Yeah.
Or hustler humor. Like this is not appropriate.
Yeah. There's too many wieners in this. Please.
That's
Um,
where you should be applying to the New Yorker.
what? The New
Did you know
Yorker?
that? Yeah, you can submit like I think it's like 3 cartoons a month to the New Yorker. They have a submission form.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, here's my problem is, well, and we can I don't know how to write things. I don't know how to write. We've had this conversation privately. Um, I don't know how to write. And you gave me the advice like, well, just write down every thought. Like if something pops into your head that you find amusing, just write it down. But I
Yeah.
don't do that.
That's what I do. I
Yeah.
do that and then I start working stuff up from there.
Yeah. Dude,
Um
I can't tell this story on the air. Never mind.
Well, why'd you bring it up?
Because I really want to tell this story.
Okay, look, everybody, stop listening. Put your put your YouTube on mute. Come on, no fingers crossed.
It's
You can't. Can you
no, it's
tell me
something that
the story
was
happened to your friend?
no, it,
All
no.
right,
This
tell me
person
later.
isn't my friend. Yeah, just let me tell you later. Okay.
This is already getting spicy. The lover.
All right, Cam Hayden. Look at this one. Cam Hayden's doing this. He had the last issue was he did the toilet paper one. I forget what that one was
Yeah.
called.
Yeah, he's such a fucking weirdo, man.
God,
Like,
it's dude, this one
these
is
comics are weird.
It's so fucking strange.
Yeah.
It's really wild. And I don't know. I feel I don't want to go into this because like you should buy this issue and read this comic. That's one thing that I like is that he's incorporating like stories too, like this that are not
Yeah,
just
just
like
like
one
weird
page.
stuff, drawings. Not everything has to be funny, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is funny.
Yeah, it's funny, but it's also it's not I feel like it's not as much about like the humor specifically as like the weirdness, you know? Like it's
Yeah.
funny, but it's not like here's the punchline.
Oh, yeah. It's more like this I laughed out loud because I was like, what the hell is wrong with Cam Hayden?
Yeah, it's like weird, messed up funny. Like it's like, oh, this is what's what?
Yeah.
Um
So here we have how to throw a baby shower for the Antichrist. This is right up your alley, Mr.
This is also from my neck of the woods. This is another Atlantic Canadian uh cartoonist, Brandon Hicks. He's from New Brunswick.
Oh, that's right.
Technically, I'm not from here. I'm an upper Canadian, but I've lived out in the Atlantic provinces for a long time.
Um, wait a second. Whatever happened to him? Brandon Hicks. Is he
Brandon,
posting on like Instagram anymore? I feel like I haven't
well,
seen
I
any
I haven't
posts
been on
from him.
Instagram very much, but he posts on Facebook and stuff. He's got a
No.
great YouTube. I should check it out. I haven't been on in a while, but he's got a really like criminally underappreciated YouTube channel where he uploads animations and like all sorts of weird stuff. Um, yeah, he's really good. I like him.
I don't know. No, it's down there. I promise. Yeah, Brandon Hicks is also like he was doing the like one of my favorite things is like the soakers
Yeah.
where you like draw on the napkins and like drop them into a thing. It was that was a lot of fun.
He does really fun animations where he'll mix like um different things. Like he'll have like puppets and like stop motion and very much like Goldfarb. Like those two really go that hurts. That hurts. That you wouldn't spell it with a U. That's insulting to Canadians.
Canadian with a U?
Favorite. Oh, you are.
Yeah, so he
Um,
does like the weird mixed medium with video.
yeah, he does fun video stuff. Um, but then also just the video in itself. It's like there'll be some just digital animation, there'll be some, stop motion, there might be some like video footage spliced in. Like really just smart in the way he does it. You didn't do the O though. That's the problem. It shows me that you're not sorry.
No, he said O.
OUH. But also when Canadians say sorry, we don't actually mean it. We're just being passive aggressive. So it's kind of a dick move. We instinctively know that when people say sorry that you're being a dick.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, shove off.
Oh my God. You know what drives here's something you're not on Facebook, but here's something that's been driving me crazy about Facebook, especially on the Mad Magazine and our Crumb Facebook groups, which I'm in a lot of, is that there every single goddamn day there's multiple posts that'll be a picture of someone in a shirt where they photoshopped on either the same picture from a the same Don Martin picture, or
Yeah.
the same like Mr. Natural picture with a comment that's like, I check out my new shirt I posted on my timeline and nobody cared. And then just 1,000 boomers being like, great shirt, where can I get one? And then they're just like posting the scam website over and over and over again. So many times a day. It drives me crazy. Every now and again, I'll quickly do a reverse image shirt and I'll just search and I'll just post like 6 pictures of shirts that have different images and be like, wow, you got a lot of cool shirts. But they're just getting scammed all day.
I don't like old people stuff like that, like scams. But I think I get ridiculed at the irrelevance of my pop culture knowledge by friends and family and colleagues. So I think I would fit in really great at Facebook. I just don't understand how to use it. It's confusing to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by my favorite Marx Brothers favorite drink, Topo Chico with lime. Topo Chico.
Oh, you have loop on. That's no good.
Well, it always defaults to loop. I don't know.
I hate that.
Yeah.
It's one of the few things I hate in this world.
I got a question. Is this potential venue, Satanic Temple, Dark Grotto, pizza parlor? I mean, that's a Pizzagate reference, right? Oh, gone too political. Yes, it is.
I mean, is Pizzagate really political?
No, I mean, it shouldn't be. We should all be against fucking pizza parlors that traffic in children.
This is what I hate about conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory has gotten too aligned with a specific like sector of the political spectrum that I don't necessarily agree with, and it's kind of pushed me out of conspiracy a bit.
Yeah, well, you know what the problem is that everything is well, this is what if you look back at the origin of the term conspiracy theory, the whole reason it was brought about was it was a CIA psyop in order to discredit people that were questioning the JFK assassination. And what was that thing that they did? It was called the investigation that they did was sort of like this sham and this show, and people were questioning it. And so the CIA coined the term conspiracy theorist as a way of like pushing those people to the outside.
Yeah, but I think there's also a certain type of person. There's the Dale Gribbles of the world that are, they're out there.
Yeah.
And
those are the best ones, though. Those are like the funnest ones.
The funnest, I might agree, yes.
Yeah.
Best, I don't know.
Dale Gribble. What was that name he used? It was
Rusty Shackelford.
Rusty Shackelford. Oh my gosh. But anyway, so I don't know. I guess the only thing I can conclude from this is that Hickman is it's Hickman, right?
Hicks.
Oh yeah, I was thinking of the comic writer, Jonathan Hickman. Anyway, Brandon Hicks is a 9/11 truther.
Is he?
Pretty sure.
I've eased off on that one a bit.
Yeah. Well, not me and Hicks. Patrick, we need to discuss why Airplane and the 1978 Superman movies are just for old people.
Well, we did an episode on Airplane.
That's what he's referencing.
Yeah.
He's referencing because I talked about how it just felt like that's for old people.
Did you say that in the episode?
I think I did, yeah.
Wow.
But which is weird. It's weird that I had that thought because I grew up and I was watching like Laurel and Hardy and the Three Stooges and Charlie Chan. But to me, I was like, Airplane? No, that's not cool.
I think Mad Magazine is an interesting like unifier for people who have, anachronistic tastes. Um,
Yeah.
like I feel like people who like Mad Magazine also like other things often from before they're born. Even if you get like like a boomer who like grew up with Mad, it was like right in there at like its height. I think often they're also kind of mired in older media that they grew up with as a kid and like that was
Yeah.
even older than that. And when I meet young people, like I have this one former student who he loves Mad Magazine. He's like 17 or something now. But he's like mired in the cartoons and comics of the early 90s. Like he's obsessed with that. And it's like it's from 30 years
Oh, yeah.
before he was born, you know? It's very interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some of that stuff is just like absolutely timeless. I think a lot of the stuff that I like is not timeless at all. But like my daughter, I got the Calvin and Hobbes box set. And I mean, that's like out of time, right? It's like it's
Yeah.
evergreen. That will be forever something that interests kids. Um, but how about this? Hi, Patrick. What did I bring up important? Ollie, I'm going to be honest. I have no idea what that means. So if you could stop using voice to text, that would
You
be
said earlier that he brought up something important. Or they, I don't know.
Ollie. What did Ollie bring up that was important?
I don't know. You
Oh,
brought that up. You brought it up, not them.
OJ. That's what he brought up. OJ.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, he died, eh?
Yeah, it was OJ dying. That's what it was.
Oh, now I remember what the tweet was. It was like now OJ will never he'll never be able to know who
Find the
killed
true killer.
yeah, something like that. The
Yeah.
Zuckerberg brothers one was pretty good. It was something like rest in peace Nordberg. You know, he got away with murder like he got away with his acting.
Oh, goodness gracious. Here's an Andrew Goldfarb one. Just
And a
desserts.
Mark Arnold.
Oh, Mark Arnold wrote it. That's cool. He was on the show.
Yeah.
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 I should have him back on. Talk about Cracked
He also
Magazine.
he has a new book out, right? Like he has a new book about
Yeah.
Cracked or something. What is it? Is it the second volume of Cracked? I think he has a new book out.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
We
about
were
Matt,
talking about it
actually.
with Hugh. We were talking about that.
Yeah. Although he kept calling him a cracked writer. Is that true? I don't think that's true.
He was I think he was an artist and a writer
Oh, he
because
was. Okay.
when I was looking through that era that he was in. I don't know if this came up in the interview I did with him a long time ago, but yeah, he was. He was an artist in it.
He was. Okay,
Pretty
because I
good.
looked it up. I looked it up and I couldn't find any information on it. And I was like,
Yeah.
I took it as a given when Hugh said it, but then I was looking around and he doesn't mention it anywhere.
Yeah. I'm going to start a poll. I'm going to go to the YouTube. Did OJ do it?
Do what?
It.
Have sex?
Yeah.
I mean, he has kids, so he probably did. I mean, I guess he could have been some sort of test tube situation.
This is what I'm going to do. Okay, hold on. Look at this. Another friend of the show, Bradford Smith. He's done 2 of these with Dalton Vaughn. There was another one with cavemen. Do you remember that? Bet you don't. You don't remember anything.
I don't, but
Jeez.
I do literally like this illustration.
You just
With
spend
the
your
foot,
all
with the foot up.
days drinking.
Just all day today. Most days I don't drink. I mean, I drink like water
With
and,
what
just
the
a little
hell?
bit of whiskey to get me through. But other than that, like, I don't really drink very much. Yeah, but I really like this illustration of like the fish with his leg up.
Yeah.
I
Like
just
holding
like
his
these
head.
like, yeah, I like these like these, I don't know what you call them. It's like Tiktaalik. Is that like, that's a fish? That's like the fish lizard uh creature in
I don't.
evolution.
I've only owned an aquarium for a brief amount of time.
They're long extinct. they're like a transitionary species between fish
Oh,
and
okay.
invertebrates or whatever, on land creatures, whatever you call that. I just like
Yeah.
the way that they've just got like, he's just got his leg up.
Yeah.
Like he's using his leg. I think that's an interesting choice.
Yeah.
And then like the bottles floating is just kind of a funny.
This
What are you
Dalton
looking up?
Vaughn. Dalton Vaughn, do you I just started a poll. Everybody who's watching, make sure you answer it. Did OJ do it? Kyle, you missed it.
Why
Look
can
at
I
me.
vote in it still? What?
Well, look, no, fuck, look at me. Did
What are you,
OJ
Richard Nixon?
do it?
Do what?
Do it? Dude, Richard Nixon, don't get me started on Richard Nixon, okay?
Oh,
Because
I know you love him.
well, you know that his administration was just packed to the gills with CIA people, right?
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah. Dude, they were setting him up. There's a recording. Okay, listen, we'll bring it up in the conspiracy issue that we do for whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we should announce that now, actually. Potter ZB, it's been on hiatus for a few weeks, like a month or so, maybe a month and a
Yeah.
half. I
Yeah.
thought we'd be
Are we
back by
still
now, but
friends?
yeah, we're still friends.
Okay.
I need some more time before I can jump back into like editing them every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But we are gonna come back with a new season probably in another 3 or 4 weeks. But
Yes.
I'd be up for
You
another
got some
live
nice
stream on the Potter ZB channel.
Oh, that would be fun. You have some nice problems right now. You're too busy.
I am very busy, yeah. But the thing is, a live stream is easy to do, more or less. I mean, as long as it's not as elaborate. Our last live stream was very research heavy, but
Yeah.
if we were just bullshitting, that would be easy to do. Like
Yeah,
this, I
yeah.
don't do any work for this.
No, either do I.
Why would I?
Yeah. What does this mean? What the hell?
He was
What the hell
Mad's
is this?
biggest running character.
No, I get that. I get what that means, and everybody knows it was Spiro Agnew.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That guy worked there or something.
Yeah. Boy, they're sure giving it to Spiro. What does this mean? Definition of conspiracy theory. This is the problem with typos because wait, 208?
Is he like doing a conspiracy?
Look at Styx is pissed about
Won't read the Super Duper Man parody because he won't watch the movie. What do you mean? The Super Duper Man, like that wasn't really referencing the movie so much as like the comic.
what do they call this that when they did the Donner Superman?
Oh, he's talking about later. Did they call that same thing?
Yeah.
Thing is, I feel like it's weird to drop the word Super Duper Man and expect people to think of the Donner movie parody. Like
Yeah.
the Super Duper Man comic parody, the Kurtzman parody, Kurtzman and Wood. Like that's classic. Like that should be like preserved for all time, in like amber.
Oh, Christ,
I
sorry.
was not really
Can
doing
you
a good
hear
job
that?
advertising that beverage. It's like, oh, it's really giving me some gastrointestinal issues.
Topo Chico. Well, it might also be this like little mini Coca-Cola that I drank as well.
Oh yeah, that must be
Yes,
it.
my Nixon CIA thing. Yes, because the CIA conspired against him. Yes, you're right. Dude, there's so much of it. There's so many suspicious things about that. They really did him in. The subjugated worker, Morris the Morlock. What's a Morlock?
A Morlock are, I believe, They like live underground. Are they like the underclass from the Time Machine, the book The Time Machine?
Is that Edgar Rice Burroughs?
I thought it was H.G. Wells.
H.G. Wells. That's what. Oh yes, you are right. Now that you say that. No, I don't know. I don't know anything about Morlocks.
Let's see here. They were also like the underground sewer mutants in X-Men. But I assume that's not what he's referencing.
No. All right, I'm going to end the poll. Here's our poll. Did OJ do it? 81% of people say yes. 18% of people say no.
How many people voted?
11 people voted. So we had quite a couple people, four people who chose not to vote.
Hold on, let me get my calculator here. Okay, so one other person besides me isn't racist.
Yeah, you guys are all that was a trap. Haven't you guys?
Yeah, much like the O.J. Simpson trial was with the LAPD.
The whole live stream, you guys, from the donkey to the OJ talks, this is all a trap to find out if you guys were racist. And
that's it. I'm sussing you out.
You showed your true colors.
If you think OJ did it, you are getting canceled. That's it.
Who's this guy? Mark Jackson. Why does Mark Jackson look familiar? This looks like some stuff I'd see in Cracked.
I don't know. I flipped through this before the show. I'm not sure off the top of my head who he is. But Marinak, you must recognize that.
Yeah.
The last time we flipped through a Cracked, he came up, right?
Oh, that's right.
He had done, I think, the 7 Deadly Sins.
No. That
was.
I just closed that tab. It's very similar to Marinak. That was another guy who did the screaming hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I stand corrected then.
Yeah. I don't know if Marinak was in that, but we talk about him a lot because he's awesome. He has a really cool style. Wait, did Dalton answer my question that I asked? Does Dalton work digitally?
I think he works on, from what I've seen, I think he works on paper for like his inks and stuff, and then goes in and uses a computer.
Okay.
Which is smart because then you have something to sell.
Yeah.
I'm kind of feeling that crunch now that I've gone mostly digital. It's like I have all this stacks of stuff that I just got so sick of having, but then afterwards it's like, man, if I was doing this on paper, maybe I could sell this later and make a few extra bucks.
Yeah. Do you have any of your artwork from Mad still?
No, I've sold most of it.
Yeah.
I might have one or two things.
All right.
Okay. Why you looking to buy?
Yeah. Yeah. You sent me some original colors, but if you had original inks of your Mad stuff, I would I'd start a negotiation with you.
I might, but the thing is my original inks aren't very interesting because I end up having to work, like especially like later on, like drawing a panel at a time. So it's like I don't have a nice full page of a lot of my stuff. Like I don't have the full comic. I just have the parts that I assembled digitally.
Oh, yeah.
Which hurts it.
Yeah.
Anything I have left would be that kind of thing where it's like, here I have 3 panels from this comic.
Oh, dude, know who I gotta have on a live stream? I just gotta have Darren on a live stream.
We were talking about this before the show that you need to have more guests on. You stop having guests other than me.
I stopped having guests because I got scared.
You stopped believing in yourself. That's the problem.
I did. I mean, that's actually what happened. I did stop believing in myself.
Here's the problem. Like, if we lived in the same city, we could do a montage. And I could really, like, pep you up, You know, it'd be like in Mike Tyson's Punch Out, you know, where it looks like the guy stole the bicycle.
Yeah.
And we could get your confidence up, but there's only so much
Yeah.
I can do online, you know?
Yeah. So also, yeah, Dalton, I'm sorry. That was like that. It was just you had your chance.
Yeah, you
Sorry.
had your chance.
Oh, here we go. Southern Sayings was all digital. Drunk History was traditionally inked and colored with digital cleanup. The back cover is traditionally inked and colored, and I designed the layout digitally. The back cover being this.
This is really
That's
nice. I
cool.
like the depth on this.
Yeah, that's really cool. Oh man. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, yeah. Well, especially like there is when people, like use the brush and everything. Okay, I'm gonna talk out of school. All right. I'm gonna get out of pocket, as they say. I think that like I'm fine I think digital artwork is like a full like art form, right? And I think it's like immensely complex and takes an incredible amount of talent. But for some reason, if it's I see like inking like with a pen versus inking digitally is like the same, but using like a brush digitally versus a brush like with ink, it seems like the tangible one, the physical one is more difficult because do you know what I'm saying?
No, no, I think you're full of shit.
Okay, well, yeah.
No, I
Cut
think what you're saying is that you see more of like the artist's hand in a brush than you do in a pen. Like the nuances are more uh like specific with the brush. You know, you really sort of
yes.
see the movement of that. And I think that does lend a presence, like a kind of like authenticity to a work. Um that I think
Yeah,
probably can be pretty effectively mimicked digitally. But, I think there is something there, yeah. It is nice to see the artist's hand.
because I
Ooh.
mean, like, I don't know, like, when I see, like, regular pens like, so if, like, I do a lot of, like, not watch, I buy and read a lot of, like, traditional mainstream American comics, and, like, I wouldn't be able to tell the pencils digital pencils. Oh, some artists, it's, like, very obvious. But, like, a lot of times, like, the pencilers, they can mimic, like, pen and ink almost identically on
Well, when I started drawing
digital
digitally, it was like, "Oh, this is perfect," because, like, I was very resistant, but I had done so much to try to minimize the effects of the physical media, you know, like I had started working on like drawing on vellum, so it was like as slick as possible and as smooth a line as possible. And I was using
Yeah,
like antique fountain pens. I mean, I still use those same pens, but like, you know, just trying to get like the perfectly smooth line without any of the fiber of the paper and the the sort of like mechanical failings of the pen or whatever, and just get that kind of smoothness, you know.
yeah,
And drawing on my Cintiq is kind of like that, where there is like it's so smooth. To me, it reminds me most of like drawing with like on like a whiteboard or something, which I really like doing. I really like drawing on whiteboards.
yeah,
Um, and so I like the digital process. I still occasionally do things by hand, but
yeah.
not as often.
There's an artist that I've watched do, like, digital inking. His name's Kelsey Shannon, and like, that I think that's, like, what made me like, watching him made me appreciate digital artwork so much more because, like, the process is so incredibly different, and the way you interact with the tools is just so different for, like, a mainstream comic. I don't know, like, I'm
Yeah, I find
assuming
that
that
when I'm drawing on by hand, I'm often trying to like control D or control like Z or whatever, like be like,
yeah,
"Oh, undo," and "Oh, yeah, sorry, I gotta turn the pencil over now."
yeah,
The actual eraser. Um, but, I think in terms of, like, the movement of the hand and stuff, it's very similar. Um,
yeah,
like, I think, like the digital tools have gotten such that it simulates it well enough for me most of the time, I think.
Yeah.
And the benefits of it, just having it all in one place, are just worth it to me. But
Yeah.
if I got another gig for Mad, I would do it on paper for sure. Like
Yeah.
the drawing of it, just like I always did. But I do all my
How about
freaky
this?
stuff on a computer.
Yeah.
Sorry, freaky.
King Marinick, he's going the way of Cam Hayden and just getting real freaky.
Getting real freaky and Canadian too.
Is he Canadian? I
I
always
don't
thought he was
know,
from
but
California.
this one's in Winnipeg. It takes place in Winnipeg,
Yeah.
and the
And he
Winnipeg Free
opens a
Press
can of
is there.
worms. I don't even know what it means, but I just know I like it.
I like on this one. I really like Andrew Goldfarb's intro.
Oh, hold on. Where?
Oh, next on the next page on the here are some cartoons that I did.
Oh. Are they lines on paper or very talented worms? Here are some cartoons that I did. Steve McGinn. Listen, I'm going to be honest. I haven't read these ones.
This is a very this is someone who I'm glad is in Freaky.
Yeah.
You know, they have
Tell
a
me.
very they have a bit of a naive style to their work.
Yeah.
But it's also like it's got a weird sense of humor. You know, it's very strange. Um, it's also a little dark, you know, which I think fits the Freaky vibe.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like Freaky, it kind of feels like the humor magazine you'd get in hell or something.
Yeah.
You know, not if it was designed to torture you, but just if it was like aesthetically hell, you know. Because then it wouldn't be
The goody
funny. And Freaky actually
spacious.
is funny and
It
interesting
is.
and good, and you should read it.
I like.
Um, but it does
I
have a
like
kind
this.
of weirdness to it and a kind of like occult quality to it,
Yeah.
which I think is a
Uh,
Goldfarb thing, you know? Like he has that kind of vibe, like an Addams Family kind of vibe to him.
yeah. He's
He's
Winnipeg.
Winnipeg.
Yeah.
There you go. He's like the personification of Winnipeg. I love the discussion we're creating our digitally versus classically. Keep it going. You keep it going. Don't tell me what to
Why are
do.
you laughing? That's a sincere compliment. Look at this. He has a follow-up one.
It's great hearing your perspective.
Don't
Well,
don't
thank
laugh
you.
at people when they're
Thank
being
you.
nice to
Thank
you,
you.
Kyle. Jeez Louise.
I'm the kind of artist I don't really find like the actual like physical creation of art that interesting anymore.
Yeah.
Probably because I went to art school. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm not so interested in like, oh, it's this type of pen or whatever, or here's how they do this or whatever. I don't find that as interesting, the sort of physical media of it. I think I used
Well,
to
to me,
more, but
it's all very romantic, because I'm an outsider, So
it
like the
was
whole
very
idea of
romantic for me for years. Like I didn't use
yeah,
computers at all for my work for the first 5, 6 years of my professional career. I didn't use pencils for the first 2.
yeah.
I thought that was cheating. Um,
You just went right to inks, you didn't use pencils?
yeah, I thought I felt like pencils was like you were trying to hide something. And it was like if you're just using ink and it was just straight on the page, it was like you're really putting yourself out there, and there was something honest and interesting about that. And I felt pencils was a way of kind of hiding that, of kind of like
Yeah.
masking your abilities. I was a real asshole back then. I didn't like electric guitars either. When I'd hear electric guitars, I'd be like, this sucks. Play an instrument. I was a bit of a reactionary, I think, as a youth.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you chilled out a little bit.
I'm much more progressive in my art opinions now.
Yeah, I think your personality's become more palatable from what I've heard about you, young you versus modern you.
Well, here's the difference is if you were around me when I was young, you
Yeah,
also would have been drunk and on drugs. And so you really it would have been much easier to get on the same wavelength as me
yeah.
at the
Dude, I
time.
think we woulda I think young Kyle and young Patty, we woulda gotten along.
I got along with everybody. I was a real stud.
Oh, I didn't.
That's why I got along with those people too.
Hey, what'd you say? What did you say to me?
I like
A Canadian comedy magazine.
these fat cat Freddy wheelies. Like, wait, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. I was looking at the
Well, this is he misunderstood. A Canadian comedy magazine. This is an American magazine, bro. Just keep that in mind, okay? True
this is out
patriots
of
only.
LA. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
These are
No, San Fran,
Canadians
I
like
saw.
interloping. Yeah.
Yeah,
There is a lot of Canadians in this though.
there are. I didn't
So
realize
there's
that there was
Baranuk,
so many.
who is Winnipeg. And then we've got Cam Hayden, Brandon Hicks, and me, and Hugh Evans is in this. So
He's from
that's
Saskatchewan.
yeah.
How many provinces do you have covered?
1, 2, 3, 4.
And there's only 7, right?
I don't know how many there are. You gonna make me
You
figure
better
that out?
know. Yeah.
Jesus. It's not a big round number like you've got. Okay, let's see if I can remember. There's Alberta,
Uh-huh.
BC, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick, Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island. Sometimes people say Newfoundland and Labrador. Did I get them all? Did I say Quebec? Is that 10? Is there 10? For some reason I
There
thought there
are
was
10.
9.
Holy smokes. No,
Yeah.
there's
Then there's
10.
some
Alberta,
territories. I think there's 3
yeah,
territories.
oh, Greenland, Alberta, BC, Manitoba, New Brunswick, Newfoundland, and Labrador, Nova Scotia, Ontario, PEI, Quebec, and
Did you say
Saskatchewan.
Greenland?
Yeah.
That's debated. That's debated. Apparently there's so
Is this
it's
like
Canada and is it Norway? There's another country that claims
probably Norway?
Greenland. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so periodically we send the military up there to like plant a Canadian flag and put like a bottle of like Canadian classic or whatever. And then
Yeah.
the Norwegians come along and they kick over our flag and they put a bottle of something else. And it keeps going back and forth. And we both claim it
Really?
as our own. Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that true? How many
Well,
do
yeah.
people live in Greenland?
No. No, it's it's nothing. It's not really like it's just a meaningless rock, basically. Um Denmark, that's it. Yeah, they claim to own it.
Yeah.
Um, so they'll like kick it over and put some hash or whatever. And then we'll go up and put up our flag. And we both claim to have it. Quiet nerds burp only near school. Is that an acrostic poem?
Quebec, New Brunswick, Ontario, Nova Scotia.
Oh, I never learned that.
But that
I
only
never
gets
really
you, 4.
like here's the thing. I never memorized anything when I was in school because I was like, I'll just learn how it works, you know?
Hello, old boy.
So it's
Yeah.
like I learned the basic overview of Canadian history, and that included all the provinces. And so it's like now I can just remember them by context clues. I don't need to remember that there's 9. But that was so much work than actually memorizing them. And then it's also less useful. Same as the multiplication tables. Like I never learned those, but I learned how
Mhm.
to do multiplication. So I never felt I needed it.
What's 11 times 12?
All right. So
You
10
really didn't
times 12 is
learn.
120. So is it 132?
Yeah. Yes. Yes,
See,
it
I
is.
don't. Yeah, that's Common Core basically. I basically learned Common Core on my own in the
All right.
90s.
Yeah. All right, Ollie, you hit the hay. You have a great evening, and yeah, dude. Toodaloo.
Hey, sweet dreams.
Um, look at this. I like this style. It's kind of cool.
This is funky. This would be really nice in color.
Yeah.
I don't know if I get it though.
Either do I. Hold on. Here, let's zoom in. Let's see if we can walk ourselves through this. Rich Sam. Okay, I'm going to be the guy with the mustache because I have a mustache.
Okay. I have a
You have to be
mustache
the
too,
guy,
though.
but you have a beard. That's what you have.
Well, what's this? You have a soul patch.
No, I don't. It's
What's
just
this
dark.
bit?
This is a 5 o'clock shadow. That's my that's a shadow on my
You
lip.
shaved this morning?
No,
You
I
shaved
trim
this
it.
morning?
No, I trim it with the clippers.
This morning.
No.
Then that's a beard. That's not a 5 o'clock shadow. 5 o'clock
Dude.
shadow implies it's the same day. It's just a
I
shitty
know,
beard.
but it grows slowly, okay, dude? Just
Jeez.
chill out.
All right,
I'm
fine.
the guy with the mustache. You're not.
All right. I'll be the handsome guy.
All right. Yes, you could be the handsome guy. Hey, thanks for giving me a ride while my car's in the shop.
No worries.
What are you listening to?
Pink Floyd, I think.
Sounds like whales. Say, you and that girl, Shelly, still go together?
Nah. I get it now.
That's enough for tonight.
So it's like the whale noises put them to sleep.
Oh, I thought
I
it
don't
was a
like this
whale.
anti-Pink Floyd sentiment here. I think Pink Floyd kind of rocks, in fact. You know, I'm mostly into music from the 30s and the 40s, but
you like Pink
I like
Floyd?
Floyd a bit. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. All right. Oh, here's a classic, Mosquito and Spider. These
This is
dudes
a
rule.
classic in Freaky. This has probably been in every Freaky.
Yes.
And I
And
think this is a case where there's been improvement, at least in the presentation.
that's what I was about to say. It's like it's getting better and better every time.
Yeah.
Like like, yes, they all have like their own little panels. Yeah, it's more details, more rendering. It's pretty. That's
The use
cool
of
to see.
gray and the darkness is really nice. I
Yeah.
felt like they felt too like kind of sparse in the early ones. You know what
Yes.
I mean? And the
Oh,
black really kind
absolutely.
of like punches the cartoons to the forefront. They're also, I think, better arranged, like in each individual sort of panel.
Yes.
Um, yeah, I'm on board with Mosquito and Spider now.
Yeah. I like this. Free cursed out. Free means bed bugs. That's a city dweller made that comic.
Hey, are we gonna have
Here's
an intermission here? I have to pee.
Oh, you got to go piss?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, you go pee. Um,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, that's warm. Okay. I'll be right back.
All right. Anyway, I'm gonna should I keep flipping through or should I remind people to hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. That is the #1 way to support this YouTube channel. I can't grow without your support. All right, let's see what's going on in the take the microphone off first. I'll tell you, like that actually is something that's very important, and I do have to remove him because the acoustics in his house, like you would hear him piss. We could do it. I could put him back on. We could listen to him piss if you want. They might have a problem with that. YouTube might have a problem with that. Anyway, how many thumbs up does this video have so far? I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, 10 thumbs up. Nice. Well, if you're watching now and you haven't taken the time to give this video a thumbs up, please consider doing so. They do sound like whales occasionally. No, man, no. Pink Floyd does rule. Yes, I agree. I think that was like the first band that's really introduced to. It's like a musical thing. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I had just heard of music. That was the first band that I identified their sound, and I was like, "Oh, this is Pink Floyd." It's because my older brother listened to Pink Floyd. Um, and then the first band I chose to listen to, like the first CD, um, it was Green Day. Green Day, Dookie. Anyway, let's keep moving. Ooh, Falk This Nonsense. You're back.
Yeah, first CD I ever listened to, like chose to listen to. I don't know, probably like Grateful Dead, one of the Grateful Dead
Yeah,
albums.
yeah.
I was a big Deadhead. Still am. I still
Um,
love that band.
yeah. Michael Falk. I get a lot of Michael Falk on Instagram. He wears a kilt, but he's another mad guy. I forget what he did. I think he worked in the art department or something of Mad Magazine.
Really, we got some
Is that
we got a marginal on the bottom here.
Oh, there was another great marginal of these like two vampires sharing a bag of blood. It was so cute.
I feel like they're too big.
Yes.
Am I wrong there to say they're a little too big?
Yeah, you know what? It's sort of like that. It's kind of like Spies and Sabs. Spies and Sabs are the same way. They were too big, took up too much of the
They're
page.
smaller than this. Spies and Sabs are smaller than this.
Are they though?
They need that. Here's what they need. There needs to be like one of the things I'd considered pitching to Goldfarb was like I can't remember what it was, like Finks and Ginks or something. Where it was going to be
Yeah.
like freakniks and cops basically, and be like Spies and Sabs.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
But I didn't want to step on toes. Maybe now I will.
This is mine, guys. 9 lives. I'm gonna be self-indulgent. Let me tell you, I almost want to grab the thing. I didn't make this with the idea of submitting it. I just did it as like a project with my kid. So I did a beautiful watercolor of this. And
You sent me
watercolor,
this for some advice, I think, at some point.
I I think I did. Yeah. I
Yeah.
forget. Yeah, I made 3 different ones. So watercolor doesn't transfer to grays very well. So I don't know. I think it looks better in person.
I think it's pretty good. I feel like the gray, like you could use a different value on the cat. Like it actually would
Yeah.
probably look better if the cat was just like the same color as the dog, like white. It'd probably
Yeah.
pop better.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's always going to be a challenge. Cracked really suffered from that. Like the grays never look good in Cracked, you know?
No. If I did that, if I did something again, like if I figure out how to write something, or if somebody wants me to illustrate something that they wrote, I would just do it in grays. That's what I would do if I submitted to Freaky. But anyway, there you go. The cat dies at the end. That's the joke.
What do you mean grays? You wouldn't have black?
Well, I would have black, and then when I watercolor it, I would just do grays. That's what I mean.
Oh, what colors did you have for this?
Okay, hold on. I'll turn the page. You talk about this, and I'll grab it.
I'm
I
talking
should have
about this
gone.
comic. All right, so we got The Anchor, weighed in by Steve Willis. It all started about 8 years ago. At first, it was sporadic and fleeting. I was seeing rips in the fabric of reality. This wasn't a dream. Over time, the glimpses became more frequent and revealing. The other side was bathed in white light. A large blue liquid filled object floated in there. In a side hallway, a blank mannequin type figure silently beckoned. Then I found myself being pulled towards that scene bit by bit. Each day I grew ever closer to crossing over entirely. I could almost touch that world. So in a foolproof move, I took measures to stay in my plane of existence. Yes, it is a pain to lug around, but it works. And I see I'm not the only one. That's good. That's kind of funky. I like that they've got the anchors at the end. These other people walking around. I can relate to that.
All right. Was that
All right,
good
he's
live
back.
stream material?
I don't know. I just read the comic.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. I'll show you. So this one, that's what it looks like.
Oh, it was in color.
Yeah. That's what I meant. It's like in color.
Yeah, that's your problem. Those reds and oranges, those come out pretty dark.
Yeah. Yeah. And I didn't know that.
A lot of times
Did
when
you
people
get
do color, they'll color it in black and they'll color their art in black and white, especially digitally. They'll color it in
yeah,
black and white first and then add the color afterwards. Because when you can
yeah,
see it in just black and white, you can really see, like when you look at this, the orange pops off of that dark gray so easily. But then when it's
yes.
all the same gray, it kind of blends in a little bit, which I don't think is really a problem. Like I'm not really trying to criticize this at all because I think it does still, like I don't think this is like a particularly bad like gray translation. Like you brought that up. That's the only reason I'm talking about
Yeah.
it.
No,
But
hey, I wouldn't Kyle, I like your criticism, just so you know.
well, I like giving criticism, but
Yeah.
I mean, like I don't. What I'm saying is that I don't think it's. I wouldn't. It wouldn't have been something I would have criticized otherwise if you hadn't brought it up, because I think
Yeah.
it's good enough. Like the grays.
Yeah.
Um. But yeah, that's the thing. Like that, those oranges and reds, those really come out as dark.
Yeah.
In fact, it used to be when I did grays, when I worked for a magazine called Upfront Magazine, I would do them in red. I would just do it in like shades of red.
Oh, wow.
So my art from that period, whenever there's a gray washes or whatever, it's all kind of like like the fold in the background here behind the artwork. It looked
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
like that.
Hey, do you want to see the one that he rejected?
I guess. I mean,
All right.
it'd be rude
Oh,
for me to say no.
yeah. 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 All right. This is the one he rejected, which I liked, but I understand why he rejected.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like you're lacking like what's the joke that their guts are
Yeah.
spewing out of their mouth?
That's a problem. Yeah.
That's
There's no.
pornography,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like
basically.
I said, I get why he rejected it. Yeah. There is no story to it.
Well, I mean, I think there is probably a context where that could work, but not in freaky. Well,
I
even I
thought it
don't
was
even think
funny.
necessarily it's too graphic. I think it's that the graphicness is the joke. Like,
Yes.
I'm sure you can have. I mean, it hurts that it's a cat too, because people actually care about cats the way that they don't
Yeah.
about people. But yeah, I think you could have that graphic violence and have that be part of the joke, but you need a punchline in there as well.
And
Or it
there
needs
is
to
none.
be, or
It's
yeah,
just like,
like Clown Nookie's saying with the Frogger reference. I do like the Frogger reference. It needs to be
yeah.
more of that somehow. Like the way, like if Cam Hayden was doing something like that, you'd kind of luxuriate in that sort of the experience of crossing the road over like a page.
Yeah.
And so then when you got to the end, even if it wasn't like really punchy, like it would be weird.
Yeah.
Whereas this is more just like, look how fucked up I am. It's like the kind of comic you make when you're like 12 or something, you know?
Yeah. Hey, it's that went from constructive to deconstructive. Destructive.
Well, you got to deconstruct the notion of a comic before you can really piece it back together again, I guess.
Yeah. Well, anyway. Yeah, that was the rejected one. We got to
Also,
go on though.
it could be more dynamic too. We just
More
read
dynamic.
that.
Then we have the Trivial Hero, written by
This is a Shane Buckley.
Yeah, brought to life by Cam Hayden. Trivial Hero, based on a true story. This is another one. God, look at that. That's so cool. I don't want to show the whole thing.
I think the concept though is interesting in that it's like he's a guy who like knows everything about a bunch of nerdy, mad related stuff, and he wants to share it with everyone, and it makes him like a person who's hard to be social, which is something I think a lot of people can relate to who might be watching this channel or reading Freaky.
Yeah.
And then I like the
Or
opening. The opening line is like cribbed right out of Charlie Brown, right? That's the first Charlie Brown comic
Oh,
strip.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does Andrew have Yes, Andrew does have back issues. I don't know if he has them going all the way back to number 1, but he does have them, and, I when I first reached out to him, he sent me a couple for free,
Yeah.
and that was like yeah, and I was just some guy reaching out to him. Um, yeah, so definitely check that out, and the link is down in the description for the Patreon. But yeah, this is classic. That first Charlie Brown one was so great.
Hmm.
Comes
Yeah, this was a very fun comic. And of course, like Cam Hayden, he's got like such weight to his illustration that it like, it looks like it's really strong, looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny and it's relatable. It's relatable. Like I like when like I mean it's not a mad reference, but when she's like giving birth and he's like, it's like Alien.
Wait, this fourth panel. Blah blah blah, Fleshugener, blah blah. What a butthole.
I mean, I probably would have gone with putts or something. But
Yeah,
that's because
I
I'm
like
also mad poisoned. Um
I like butthole.
yeah,
Look
I
at
do
there's
like
Lena Hyena.
Yeah, you've got a Don Martin kind of character there. And there's just other like pop culture. You've got like Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, Alf,
Yeah.
um Rat Fink is in there, Tweety, what's that moon, Mac Tonight. Freaky is in there.
Oh, for McDonald's.
Mac Tonight, yeah, not Freaky's from McDonald's. Mac Tonight's from
Yeah.
McDonald's, yeah. Have you ever seen the there's like footage, there's like pictures of those uh heads, like the animatronic heads without the glasses, without the sunglasses.
Oh,
And he
yeah.
has eyes underneath there. He's very freaky, very, very
Wait,
creepy.
no, I thought you were, talking about animatronics without their skin.
No, skin is on.
Yeah.
But you know how Mac Tonight had sunglasses?
Yeah.
He had eyeballs under the sunglasses. And you can find
Stop.
pictures of it with the sunglasses off.
All right. I'll check that out.
Might have been a fever
He's
dream.
blind.
I don't know.
Well, we got to do this. I mean, we're getting towards. Oh, look at no, we have to do both of these. Alienation. Take me to your influencer.
This is a Potter ZB idiot, Hugh Evans,
Yeah.
who we interviewed on Potter ZB.
Yeah, the comic book nerdcast that dares to ask.
What? Me
Me
worry?
worry?
Yeah. Oh, this is also Stephen Whistler and Hugh Evans. I know Stephen
Who's
Whistler
Stephen
from
Whistler?
Facebook. He's on
Okay.
Facebook a lot. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about him. I know him from Facebook. I'm always talking to him on Facebook. He's like a good Facebook friend.
That's all you do is talk. You talk to people on Facebook. That's how you know everybody.
Well, I wish I was on Facebook more, but I always end up in these like fights, these ridiculous
Yeah.
fights. So then I end up trying to stay away so that doesn't happen because it's just a hassle and eats up my time.
Yeah. That's you are like one of the only people I've ever heard say, I wish I was on Facebook more. Like truly, I
Well,
don't
'cause
know of anybody who's
there
ever
really
said
is
that.
cool stuff on Facebook, like the groups, like all the groups, all of these like comic artists, like famous, like like piss your pants, the famous comic artists are on there that you could talk to. Like, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
it is. With Zoom Pass, I know a comic pass. Well,
It's a hard
I gotta
sell.
I gotta work tomorrow. Crime in Italy. The I've had it with your woke agenda. That's blasphemous, Shane. This is a family show. See? You flew too close to the sun.
So this is my new thing. I'm trying to position myself as a cartoonist who does guillotine jokes.
Yeah. Oh, look at he's a little happy chappy. He didn't die. Oh, does it go on to the next one?
Yeah, but they can't see the bottom panel.
Yeah.
Only showing the
See?
top 2 panels.
Well, I know. I'm trying to give them. I'm trying to build up, dude.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I love that. That's great. It is
Yeah,
much more dynamic.
I mean, I'm not a particularly dynamic cartoonist, but like just things that like pop out and stuff. Like I'm a bad example to look at for that, but I think there's probably other comic artists that you could look at that would show better dynamism when you're trying to show like a cat's gut shooting out of its mouth. You need that
Look at
dynamic.
That wasn't me being petty, Kyle. That was me being sincere.
Well, this is me being like embarrassed and humble.
Oh, okay.
Hard to take a compliment.
All right, let's move on then.
So these are fun. The flippers.
Oh, the flippers are great.
This is more Brandon Hicks, right?
Yeah.
The unflappable
Right,
Brandon Hicks.
Bend this page to the dotted line, fold the third column over the second column, line the punchline up. Think, oh, what's going to happen here? Then you see that. Wait, is there something on the back too? No, that's it. These are fun. This is my favorite one though. I don't know. I think the last time we were talking about this is I was thinking like I wondered if there's like a way to fold it where you could have like 2 different punchlines. Like here you have like if you had the comic and then you would flip it over and then it would change the comic
Yeah.
or reveal the third panel in some way.
Yeah, that would be nice because it is that right size that if you could have 3 panels across and then fold it over and then have like a 4th panel that is both of them combined.
Yeah.
Or then have it flip the page and have 2 more panels that connect it. I don't know. There could be an interesting way to do that.
Yeah. Here we have.
But I do think it's fun. Anything that gets you to fold and bend and hold your magazine up to the light, all of that stuff is fun.
Oh, for sure. I don't mean to say, it isn't cool. Who's living on the other side of the street? Can I do this properly? Here, what if I do this? Yeah, what are they? The freaky see-throughs. And this is something that Cracked did, right?
Crack did it. Mad did it as well sometimes.
Yeah. Oh,
We looked at one recently on maybe like the last episode of Potter ZB.
but that was a Cracked, or was it a Mad?
No, I think it was a Mad where it was Prohías was doing he was doing like a holdups or something.
Yes. Yeah, yes. Because it was published in that the Spy versus Spy book. The complete case book. And then
Mutant
you have
Sex Monsters.
Yeah, that's his album. And if you were in
You want me to put it on? Here, I got Spotify here.
Yeah, if you're one of the 25 tier, you get this CD for free.
Look. Was it Mutant Sex Monsters?
That's the album from The Slow Poisoner.
Was this Wales?
I can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it? You hear it?
Yeah. There we go.
Hold on. Maybe my audio is not set up right here. Hold on.
Yeah, it probably sucks. Then look at you got Freaky Mail. And look at who graces the pages of Freaky. None other than Dougie G, Doug Guilford, reading Freaky number 9. Son of Ghoul.
Doug Guilford, who seems to be retiring.
Yeah? What do you mean?
He's given away his collection. By the way, he tried to give away an essay contest. No one entered.
I considered entering it, but then I don't know how I would get his collection. I actually would very much like his collection.
You could have had it. All you had to do was write an essay.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, well, I didn't. Okay, Kyle, do you want to?
I didn't either. I thought, oh, why would I write an essay? Someone's going to write a much better essay than me.
Yeah. And I was like, well, I have nowhere to put a no, I do have lots of places to put a Mad collection. But I don't know how to get it. You have to get it from Washington.
Yeah, I offered to take it and sell it and then run the website in perpetuity.
Yeah.
But he said that it wasn't worth it because he said his issues aren't graded, like they're all low grade.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like they're not worth that much.
Yeah.
And he couldn't give it away. He had a hard time giving it away. He had to write all these institutions. And they were like, thank you for your interest, but fuck off. We already have a complete collection of Mad.
I would take it. I just don't know how I would get it. That's my only problem. And I would how much does it cost to maintain that website?
Not that much. Like $1,000 probably every few years, I bet.
I mean, I think it's important. I think it's somebody needs to keep it going. I wouldn't mind doing that. Well, if I had money to. It depends on how much that would cost.
I mean, he better, like, if he's going to shut it down at any point, I'm going to really pressure him for like some sort of, offline version of it on like a flash drive or something, because it's such a valuable resource. Like, I feel like if he stopped doing that website, I wouldn't want to do like Potter's EB anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's like that website makes Potter's EB possible,
Yes. I mean, yes, I use it. It's several times a week.
I use it every week, definitely.
Six McFly. Again, so if you have you tried the other 9, just $5 will each. Well, Civilization holds. Email theslowpoisoner@gmail.com. That's the quickest way to get it. Yeah, I think that universities might not be interested. I think that's what Kyle just said, is that like places. Oh yeah, look at this, that beautiful drawing.
You can cut that out and put it on your wall behind you.
Yeah. I love that. And stuff like this, like that Mad used to do, where it's like you could cut things apart. And I love that. This is like one of my favorite things about this issue.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dalton, how much for this? How much for the original artwork of this? I can't afford it.
What was that last comment that was on the screen there? I was going to say something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he did find a university to take it, but like he was posting on Facebook all of these like comical rejections that were very nice and people were very thankful, but it was just like, we already have a complete collection of Matt. Thank you.
Yeah.
But we can only archive so much, which doesn't bode well for Mad collections in the future once, Mad fans start, like the current Mad fans start dying off,
Yeah.
It's like those prices are going to drop.
Anybody who collects things for money is doing it the wrong way. Like, otherwise you have a business, right? Like, you don't collect, you run a business.
Yeah.
That's how, but if you have just a collection, don't ever expect it to be worth anything.
Well, I
My
gotta
dad
say, there's
taught
lots of things that I've had over the years that if I had just held on to, they would be worth money if I had been collecting them. But
Yeah,
they're all
but
things that I was holding on to because I liked them.
yeah, that's the point. If you I'm not saying you can't make money off of collections, but if you're going to do that, then that like has to be your business. But if you are just
Yeah.
into something to collect it, don't expect to make any money because one, none of your family cares about it.
No.
None of
No.
my family cares about Mad Magazine. My
Makes it
children,
hard. It makes you harder to relate to as a person too.
if any, should we all stop reading Mad Magazine?
Obviously, mad is a way of survival. But I would also say that if you're going to collect things for money, you should collect things that you don't like
Yeah.
so that you have
Yes,
no
be a
problem parting with it. Yeah. When
deal in
it's
antique
opportune.
rugs. That's what you
There
should
you
do.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Kyle, guess what I did this time?
What'd you do?
I put your link tree in the description of this video.
Oh, that's great. That's
Yeah.
great.
So I don't know, where should people check you out at? Just tell them with words.
Well, you can find me at my website at kylebridgett.com. Everywhere else, I'm at Little Cozy Nostril, including here on YouTube, where I'm at Little Cozy Nostril, where I have a show called Canonically Crumb. And there'll be a new episode coming out probably in a few weeks that I've been working on for months. This should be pretty good. What else? Potter's EB will be back soon. You can find that YouTube channel as well. And I have shirts. Go buy some shirts at TeePublic.
Dude,
Recently, my Crumb
what I
shirt got trademark blocked.
I want the Christos one that looks like the Ed Roth
Oh yeah,
hot
I
rod thing.
was just wearing it. Yeah, I did some.
You guys still sell that?
I do. You can buy that on there. I have
I'm gonna
that
buy
one, and
of
I
those.
have the Mustang Moses on there as well. But I
Yeah.
left out the Muhammad one. I don't tend to post that one online.
Just put like a big thing over his face so it's
Hot
not.
Rod Muhammad, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Well, I don't post it online, not because I'm scared of like retaliation, but because it's the kind of thing where it's like, if the wrong asshole gets it, they're going to be like being mean to people with it. So I don't want it up there.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Anyway,
Post
that's
it,
where
Kyle.
I am. You can find my
Well, you
link
guys are
tree
where
in
I am.
the show description.
Yes, and make sure that you hit subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I don't know, Patreon if you think what I do is worth anything more.